Mr. Makonde is a name that cannot be left out of the history of wildlife protection in Serengeti. A former ranger at the Serengeti Game Reserve in Tanzania, he devoted over 50 years of his life to fighting against illegal poaching and protecting the precious wildlife in this vast wilderness. What's truly remarkable is that even after retiring, he never left the reserve. He continued to volunteer for daily patrols, driving his old car through rough and challenging roads. But that's not the most miraculous part. He wasn't just deeply connected to nature. He was the living legend of this reserve. The younger staff would often seek him out, not only because he could answer any questions about wildlife, but also because he was a living treasure of knowledge on how to protect nature. Mr. Makonde's story makes us reflect. A man who dedicated his entire life to protecting wildlife in a harsh land like Serengeti. But despite his old age, he continued to inspire the next generation. Would you be ready to do something as grand as this? Mr. Makonde's commitment to wildlife wasn't just about his work as a ranger, but also reflected in his daily actions, particularly towards the elderly animals in the safe area. This was a place where he gave special care, ensuring the weak and older animals had a peaceful space to rest and recover. Despite his declining health, Mr. Makonde never missed his duty. Whether under the hot sun or in heavy rain, he would persevere, driving his old car through the dusty roads to check on the animals, especially the rhinos, lions, and giraffes. Protecting the vulnerable creatures was always his top priority. Although age had slowed him down, his passion and love for wildlife pushed him to continue his work every day. Animals in the safe area were treated and protected by Mr. Makonde as if they were his own family. This dedication made him not only an icon in the Serengeti Game Reserve, but also a symbol of love for nature and unwavering persistence. One day, while checking on a rhino injured the previous day, an unexpected incident occurred. Despite his old age and declining health, he never neglected his duty to protect wildlife. However, as he approached the rhino, he suddenly experienced intense chest pain. The pain spread, leaving him dizzy and unable to control himself. His colleagues, Elijah and Musa, quickly noticed the situation and rushed to help, but he couldn't bear the pain. They hurriedly searched for his heart medication, but found it missing. In his rush, he might have forgotten to bring his medicine. The situation grew tense as Elijah immediately called for an ambulance over the radio, but the help came too late. Though he was rushed to the reserve's medical room and doctors made every effort to save him, Mr. Makonde's condition did not improve. After more than 15 minutes of trying to revive him, the doctors had to deliver the heartbreaking news that he had passed away due to a heart attack. His death was a great loss not only to his colleagues, but also to the entire reserve and local community. A living legend had passed, leaving behind an irreplaceable void in the hearts of those who had worked alongside him in a fight to protect wildlife. Mr. Makonde's funeral was held right at the reserve, where he had dedicated his life to protecting wildlife. The traditional ceremonies of the local people were performed with great respect, attended by his colleagues, friends, and reserve staff. Everyone gathered to bid farewell to him, not just because he was a respected mentor and colleague, but because he had poured his heart into the conservation of nature. During this solemn moment, the most unexpected and emotional event occurred. A male lion, whom Mr. Makonde had saved 15 years ago, appeared at the entrance of the reserve. The lion, with a large scar on its side from the trap that Mr. Makonde and his team had freed it from, slowly walked toward Mr. Makonde's body. It didn't seem fearful, but moved slowly, bowing its head in front of Mr. Makonde's body, as a sign of loyalty and deep gratitude. This scene moved everyone present at the funeral deeply. No one had imagined that an animal he once saved would return to bid him farewell. The lion, a symbol of strength and wilderness, expressed its love and gratitude in a touching way, as a final goodbye. After the funeral, something strange but incredibly moving happened. The lion, contrary to everyone's expectations, did not leave, but continued to follow the funeral procession and stayed near the grave of Mr. Makonde. In the stillness of the reserve, the lion's roar echoed sorrowfully, as if mourning the loss of its benefactor, the man who saved its life many years ago. Each roar carried with it a pain that was impossible to describe, a loss felt not just by the lion, but by the entire reserve where Mr. Makonde had devoted his life to protecting wildlife. The lion stood there, not leaving, and in those moments, everyone felt the profound bond between Mr. Makonde and nature. His colleagues and the local community did not just visit his grave to pay respects, they continued to honor him. Every visit to his grave wasn't just a reminder of the loss, but also a reminder of the deep love he had for wildlife and for the Serengeti. The sight of the lion staying by Mr. Makonde's grave and roaring each time it turned around became a permanent symbol of eternal gratitude, a living testament to the love and protection he had given to wild creatures throughout his life. Mr. Makonde's legacy lives on not just through the work he did over 50 years, but also through the deep connections he formed with the wildlife of Serengeti. His life story, combined with the lion's tribute, became a living symbol of the unbreakable bond between humans and nature. The years he spent protecting and caring for wildlife left a deep impact, not only within the reserve community, but also in the hearts of the locals and visitors. The lion, with its boundless loyalty, proved that Mr. Makonde's devotion and love for animals was not just reciprocated with gratitude, but with a profound sense of respect and loyalty. The event of the lion returning to pay tribute at his grave is a clear demonstration of the power of compassion and care, something Mr. Makonde had shared with nature throughout his life. Mr. Makonde's legacy is more than just a legend within the Serengeti Game Reserve. It is a lesson in living fully with what you believe in. His love for animals and nature not only made a difference in this world, but also left an eternal mark in the hearts of those who had the opportunity to know him. Mr. Makonde's legacy will live on forever in the hearts of those who witnessed his dedication and love for nature. His story is not just a lesson in animal love, but also a reminder of the importance of dedication and loyalty. Thank you for watching this video and joining us in honoring a living legend. If you found this story moving and meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to not miss out on future videos about more incredible stories like this one.